Well, the opening day of any competition is special for everyone. For everybody here and those of you who have joined us for our live coverage, I hope everybody is comfortably strapped in for the ride. We're sure that this will be a feast of football, irresistible, emotional, a roller coaster for everyone involved. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, I really like this lad, Jules Koundé, a lot. He isn't the biggest, but he's known for having a big character that makes up for that. He's brilliant in boxes, and he can outmuscle opponents that are much bigger than him. You add a little bit of pace to that, and he's a formidable presence at the back.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
So off we go then.
Ceuta really do like to play with a distinctive style, one that's pacey and expansive.
And they have those players that love a gallop or two out wide.
Yeah, they're the key supply routes, Peter, carrying the ball and then delivering it across that box.
They get a throw in. Over to the right flank. Neither of these two want to come off second best. It's a searching pass. Cleared without hesitation. And we have our very first corner. Mane! He will be livid with himself. Passes coming off in quick succession here. He's picked his way through. Space for him to turn and look. And that is headed for the middle. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Laporte. Mane. And Fermin. And it's Rodri. It's a really well-measured ball. And here's Bergkamp. A quick look, thought about cutting in. Yamal! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
This is their second corner of the game. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Just eases him off the ball. Wriggles his way through. Oh, good-looking ball. Oh, important interception. Oh, he's had a shot! He delivered all right! Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Now it's Mbappe. Applies the finish! That's another chance! Internacional are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Jordi Alba, played towards the other side. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Internacional really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And here's Mbappe, and it's Mane. He's in a great position here. Can he spark a counter here? Very nearly half an hour gone here. Threads one in. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Koundé and Molina. Rodri. And it's Lopez. Stood up well to him there. Fermin. And Laporte. Jordi Alba. Mane. And it's Lopez.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
He is through here! This looks promising. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. And he's had a shot! Internacional, he's having a pop! And the ball's come loose here. Tries to cross. Big chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Laporte. Jordi Alba. Here's Rodri. Fermin. And it's Bergkamp. And here's Mbappe. Shifted it to the flank. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Fermin. And here's Mbappe. He'll try from distance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Mbappe is offering a right smile there.
Internacional have their third corner. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Looking to play him in. It's a promising position. Rodri. And it's Lopez. Mane. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Internacional unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. And here is the first touch of the second half.
Internacional can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And he's picked it up out wide. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Out towards the flank. Mane. And Fermin. Bergkamp. Spread out to the left. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability on...
He's going for goal! Sensational from Bergkamp! A finish of true class! Internacional are level! Internacional restore parity.
Well, this one always did feel hard to predict, and that's exactly how it looks like turning out.
And it's Mane. Rodri. And it's Bergkamp. Over to the right flank. Bergkamp.
Internacional have clearly reached a level of comfort in this half. Why not use the impetus to plough on?
Ball's gone out of play.
Substituição no time do Internacional. Camisa 24, camisa 18, camisa 16. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 6.
It's Bergkamp.
Camisa 10.
That's a sharp pass.
Camisa 21.
That's the keeper's ball.
Público presente na partida de hoje.
Looking for options for movement.
60.810 espectadores.
Bergkamp crosses. Keeper's dealt with that. Ferran Torres! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Internacional certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Substituição em campo. Camisa
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
Internacional still have the cards to affect this game. Oh, this is a great... And the shot! Goal! Internacional! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Substituição no time do Internacional.
So a bit of a revolving door here.
Camisa
Lots and lots of
7.
changes.
Deixando o campo
So we have a
para
breakthrough.
entrada dele,
Now how will
camisa
things develop
9.
from here?
Camisa
And
20.
Messi! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
So their fourth corner of the game. Messi! No, not the best of headers. Parejo, and it's Bruno Fernandes. Spread it left. Parejo. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Forlan. Now it's Messi. And here's Ferran Torres. And here's Messi. Messi! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Yeah, we can't fault him for the attempt, although it might have been a case of momentary tunnel vision then.
Substituição em campo. Camisa
So we have further
22.
activity on the bench here.
Vai ser substituído pelo jogador camisa 37.
That is ended up in no man's land. Now it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Spread to the right. He's found a way through. Has to go back here.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic.
Oh, he's having a go! A real chance and a real let-off.
Parejo most definitely hit it with a lot of venom and little control. It carried hardly any danger.
A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Now it's Messi. And here's Forlan. He's having a hit! And that really should have been that.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
They're up to 5 corners now. Towering header! And how did he not put that away?
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Molina to Laporte. That has not gone well. Oh, that's fabulous. And back to the keeper they go. Molina. And it's Koundé. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Jordi Alba. Ferran Torres. Just 5 minutes left. And this is Messi. Bruno Fernandes. Shot, surely! And a neat finish. And in that moment, he has his 50th goal.
Para o Internacional. Aos 42 minutos.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 8.
Time for a change in personnel.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and As a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Internacional have surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Yamal, and it's Forlan. Oh, that's ambitious. Oh, quite a hit and quite a touch too.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
The corner count is rising. That's 6. And he's there to clear it. Struck first time. He's done very well to get to that.
Jordi Alba clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's a lucky 7th corner. It's out for a goal kick. And that has left him in a heap. Yamal and Parejo. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Internacional have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, I have to say I'm thoroughly impressed with what we've just witnessed. As soon as they got their goal, you felt they were always going to go on and find a winner, and they did just that.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to...